You don't need to understand every California bar subject to pass. Most people have heard of the 80-20 rule. Let's apply that idea to the California bar exam, specifically the essay subjects. Here's my core argument. You do not need to understand 100% of every subject to pass the bar. In reality, understanding about 80% is enough to pass. When you look at past essay exams, a clear pattern emerges. Some issues appear again and again. Others almost never appear at all. And there's a reason for that. If a doctrine is rarely used in practice, the probability that it shows up on the bar exam is also very low. Now, I'm not saying that exactly 80% of the exam questions come from 20% of the material. That would be an oversimplification. But what is true is this. The top 20% of high-importance issues must be mastered. Strategic studying when time is limited. If time is limited, and for most of us it is, then you need to make strategic choices. Some subjects deserve full attention. Others do not. In my case, I treated California bar essay subjects as 13 total subjects. Out of those, I identified 4 subjects with relatively low likelihood of being tested. For those 4 subjects, I memorized only about 30% of the rules. Why? Because this is a probability game. High probability events don't always happen. Low probability events do happen sometimes. But with limited time, the goal is not perfection. The goal is to invest your time where it is most likely to pay off. What if the exam tests what you didn't study? This is the question everyone asks. What if the exam tests the part I didn't study? That actually happened to me. I ranked constitutional law as one of the lower probability subjects and memorized only about 30% of the rules. On the exam, parts 2 and 3 of the essay tested areas I had not memorized and barely even understood. So what did I do? I wrote about 5 lines for each of those sections, saying essentially the same thing, and moved on. I focused my time and energy on the rest of the exam. And the result? I passed. Accepting risk to maximize your chances. If you don't have enough time to study everything, then accept this reality. Some questions may come from areas you didn't fully study. And that's okay. Instead of aiming for 100%, aim for 80% coverage. Decide that you will master the most important 20% of the material. That strategy can still get you across the passing line. Think of it like this. If you try to grab too many candies from a narrow-necked glass jar, your hand gets stuck and you can't pull it out. Accept reality. Make deliberate choices. Maximize your probability of passing. Of course, if you can secure enough time to study everything, that's ideal. But if you can't, strategic imperfection beats unrealistic perfection every time.